Okay, so it is 2 p.m. in the morning. I have had a bowl of cereal, and I have decided what I want to talk about today, which is specifically 3 kinds of people in the world I don't get you. I'm sorry if you're one of these people. Totally okay. It's okay. Um, I just whatever makes your brain tick, whatever's going in there. I don't know. I don't know why you do these things. Why do you do these things? Please tell me. It is feel free to be like, no, you're wrong. This is a very serious issue, and I think it needs due seriousness taken. We'll get to that in a minute. So first people on my list, people who complain about paper straws. I have friends that do this. I don't know why you do this. Paper straws have been around for a very long time now. It's not a big deal. The first time I heard fast food places were replacing the plastic straws with paper straws, I was like, that's kind of cool. That'll be a little bit better for the environment. The cup still has the plastic top, which is disappointing, but we're working on it. It's a form of progress. Then I went to a restaurant. I think it was A&W or something. I went to A&W. I had a root beer. I was like, oh, this is what a paper straw is like. I drank out of the straw. It did the things a straw is supposed to do, and that was the last I ever thought about it. But then there are these people I'm friends with, people who go about their day, living their lives, paying taxes, taking care of children, who go, no, this is unacceptable. The paper straws, they're inferior to the plastic straws because they're not as sturdy. But I think the whole point of the paper straws is that they're not as sturdy because they're supposed to break down in the environment after you're done using them because they're disposable. Yeah, and they go, oh, when I am drinking my soda, it makes the straw all soggy and it's gross. But to me, I'm like, did you consume the liquid? Like you put the straw in the drink, and then you went, and then the liquid went into your mouth, and then you swallowed it, and you obtained the liquid. You consumed the sume, right? Like that, it did the thing it was supposed to do. Good. Problem solved. I don't know. Personally, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine sacrificing a bit of, would that be presentation? The luxurious enjoyment of the drinking of the pop for a soggy straw. If it, I don't know, personally, I don't even think we need straws. Why do we need straws? We're adults. Straws are sippy cups for adults who don't want to spill things on them in the car. There was a time when you were small, when you could only drink out of sippy cups or bottles, and you were like, no, I want to be a big person. I want to drink out of a big people cup because I'm a big person now. And eventually your family gives in and they go, okay, fine, it's time for you to drink out of a big people cup. Please don't spill anything. And if you do, you have to wipe it up. And then you do that and it's fine. And you continue to drink out of a big person cup all your life. The lid part of a fast food cup makes sense to me because you're driving around, you don't want to spill it. But you don't really need a straw. If anything, you could take the same plastic lids that you put on a fast food coffee cup, put that on a paper soda cup. Perfect. It serves the exact same purpose. It's less product, and it does the thing it's supposed to do. I don't why do you need a straw so bad? There is a part of me that likes the idea of a straw, specifically those crazy straws that have stuff on them, because I didn't really get to use those as a kid, so to me they're kind of magical. Same thing with dinosaur chicken nuggets. I've never had any, and every time I go to the grocery store I look and I've never found any, but I desperately want to try a dino chicken nugget. I don't even care if it tastes exactly the same as a regular chicken nugget. I want it to be in a dinosaur shape, you know? The first time I saw Happy Face fries in the grocery store when I was little, I was like, whoa, those are so cool. People get to eat those? Yeah, there's all kinds of shit like that that's magical to me as an adult because it was not something I grew up with as a kid, and I think wow, that's amazing. People get to eat this eat as adult. I can go into a store and I can buy candy eggs and I can have that just for me. I don't get why adults don't buy more fun things. You really should. I feel like it would make your life better. Anyways. Yeah, paper straw people, I don't get you. I don't get why this is such a big deal. It's a straw. It's whom's assume. You got to drink, I don't know, maybe you could ask McDonald's to start making coffee cup lids for soda, and then it'd be fine. Problem solved. I have so many other things that make me unduly anxious. I don't need another thing to be upset about. I don't know why this is a big deal for you. Yeah, and if you are one of those paper straws are the devil people, maybe you can let me know, because I don't get you. Maybe you have some really great ideas I haven't heard of. Maybe there's some like secret conspiracy to it. I don't know. Paper straws are the back of child labor capitalism or something. Let me know. I would love to know. It doesn't even have to be true. You could lie to me. That is also acceptable. Second, people with philosophy boners. I hate Kate. I said everyone on this list is fine. You specifically, I hate you. And this is why. So I really like philosophy genuinely. It's something I enjoy talking about. It's something I like learning about. I love watching people like Wisecrack do stuff on it. I really enjoyed The Good Place. It was really good. But you know those people that end up on r/I'm very smart, and they'll be like, the epistemology of my metaphysical substrate is so superior to the cultural intellect of the masses that I continue to support the brilliant and before his time ideas of Nietzsche and Rudolf Studebaker, some weird shit. And it's like, that is philosophy is not cool because it sounds smart and it has a lot of big words. The reason those big words exist is because it summarizes an entire branch of a thing. So, like, I'm pretty sure, like, an epistemology, it's just a toolbox. It's a mental toolbox of tools you have for deciding, you know, what's real, what's true, how you evaluate new information that is given to you. So if I walk up to you tomorrow and I say, hey, did you know that there are colonies of ants that are so filled with poisonous chemicals that they are dying off? I don't know if that's true. I just made it up, but you don't know either. So in epistemology, it's a tool. It helps you go, okay, so how do I know whether what this person is saying to me is true? I don't know. Do I know anything about ants? Maybe not. Do I know someone who knows things about ants? Can I ask them? Can I Google it? Can I read some research and see if there's anything even tangentially related to what they were saying? And then you do that and you go, you're a fucking liar. You made that up. You move on with your day. Right? That philosophy is a practical way to apply thinking. It's critical thinking with extra steps and extra sadness. It's critical sadness thinking. We'll call it critical sadness thinking. Anyways, I hate these people that they make everything sound so much more complicated than it is just to sound smart, when the whole joy of the topic is that it is really very simple and enlightening. A lot of the stuff you talk about is really important things to think about that you don't really get to explore in any other category of education. Right? Like even, I don't know what it is with this philosophy. The people with the philosophy boners tend to overlap with the metaphysics people and the quantum mechanics people. All of those topics, very cool. Right? Quantum mechanics, fascinating. There are a lot of things about that are both very educational, but also kind of challenge you a little bit on how you expect the world to work. Like, I just learned yesterday that photons don't always go in a straight line. I kind of assumed they did, which is why I always thought light rays were just like a straight back and forth and they maybe hit something and bounced off of it. But apparently they can diffuse in a bunch of different directions off of things, which is why you get that weird effect with the word, like if you put a piece of paper on a mirror and then you put an object behind it, you can still see the object behind it a little bit, which is not something I knew. I learned that yesterday from Goose. Honestly, I learn everything from him. He is now my Google. Anyways. Who needs an epistemology when you have smart friends? So yeah, it's not like philosophy itself is gross. It's not like quantum mechanics is gross. It's people who use it to sound smart and don't ever think, you know what would be cool if I could get other people to like and be excited about these things by making it accessible, by saying, hey, do you ever think about, like, why are people sad all the time? What do we do? Is that, like, innate in us? Is it an effect of the environment around us? Is it Is it something that's like born deep inside of us? Is it genetic? What do you think? Like Socrates, he wasn't running around going, "You're a stupid fuck and I know more than you. Look at all these big words I know. I know the colors of most varieties of apples." Like, Socrates, he would, in his like dialogues, he would like go up to a student and he'd be like, "What are you thinking about?" And the student would be like, "Oh, I'm so and so. He was saying this is immoral." And Socrates would go, "Interesting. So what do you think being immoral means?" And the student would be like, it's like morally bad." And he'd be like, "Right, but like what is morally bad? How do we know that something is morally bad when we don't? Like, what does that even mean?" And I don't know. Do you know? And then they'd have a conversation, and eventually, after asking lots of questions, the student would come to a conclusion, and Socrates would be like, "Cool, you just learned, congratulations," and then he'd go away. He never like stood around to be like, "I'm the smartest of people, and my brain is so big and sexy and voluptuous, you should bow down before me, peasants." Right? He was a chill dude. Most of philosophy people, very chill, kind of weird. They just kind of like sat around and thought about stuff, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, what if the sun is not going around what if we're going around the sun? That might make more sense." And then they got killed, and that was the end of that. So anyways, yeah, intellectualism is not a bad thing. It is okay to be smart. It is okay to enjoy a lot of broad topics. It allows you to bring new things into a conversation. I love having friends who we can talk about something and we learn new stuff all the time, just from each other, just from things that we know because we like different things. It drives me fucking nuts when people are jerks about it. You don't need to be a jerk just because someone doesn't know a thing. You can just explain it. You can just be like, "Hey, so this is what Karl Marx said about whatever, and this is kind of what I think about what he said, and I don't know what you think, but that's what I thought. I thought it was cool." Sometimes people will just hit me up and they'll be like, "Hey, did you know bees scream?" And I'll be like, "Cool, that's awesome. Why do they do that?" You learn something new every day. But yeah, don't be a dick about it. Why you gotta do that? Just stop being a dick about it. Like, honestly, I used to be like that. I know when I was like 12, I was just one of those like, "Oh, I'm so burdened by my intelligence. Oh, no one will ever understand me. I'll be alone forever." And now, as I'm an adult, I'm just realizing maybe I was just really neurodivergent and socially anxious. And like everyone else around me probably would have been open to talking to me and was actually really nice to me. I was just really insecure and didn't have like a good support network in my life to help me build healthy coping skills. Yeah, you can be smart. You don't have to be a dick about it. Why are some of you being dicks about it? You can also tell me in the comments if you're like, "No, I want to be a dick about it," but I'm gonna tell you shouldn't be because it doesn't help anybody learn anything. Okay, third people. As you can tell, this list, there's no connection between any of these items. I just had this written down in a note in the back of my obsidian vault. Anyways, horse people. Why do you like horses so much? I don't get it. I live in Alberta. There's a lot of ranchers and horse people and horse camps and 4-H clubs, and we have the stampede every year, and I just like, I don't know, horses are kind of cool. They're really strong. They seem smart enough. But it's more like horses aren't really the kind of animal that I want to go up to and like pet and feed and stuff. It's more like I just want to like see them in the background doing a thing, like a cow, I don't need to like go up to a cow and be best friend with it. I just like knowing the cow is there doing its thing and it's happy in its field eating grass. I don't get this like weird obsession we have with horses of like, "Oh, they're so magical and beautiful and it's a girl's best friend and we're gonna ride them everywhere and we're gonna have all of our notebooks covered in horses and we're going to be like weirdly sexual about the horses." That's another thing I've noticed. I don't understand why people are like, "Oh, that's such a beautiful stud. He's gonna make great horse babies." Why do you do that? What is that? What is it about horses that you find like both emotionally satisfying, fulfilling, but also sexy? Like, I don't know, furries? You're okay with me. I'm cool with furries. Honestly, some of the best hentai artists, furries. Not even gonna lie. Just high quality. But yeah, like horse people in general, I don't get it. They're just like big dogs with long faces. What do you get out of this relationship? They also seem kind of mean sometimes. Like they seem it so like the concept of potential, like energy potential in a system or whatever, I feel like horses are so filled with like untapped energy and strength that I would never ever fuck with a horse. They seem like they could kill you really easily. Yeah, like I don't know. It's a horse. It's cool. They run around. They're very cool. I guess they're free and whatever. But I don't get it. I don't get this like, oh, they're free spirits. They're so strong and gentle and bold and sexy, and also we should put them on the front of a romance novel with a guy and his shirt is ripped open and his hair is flowing in the wind while the horse's hair is flowing in the wind. What is that? It's a horse. It eats grass, it poops, it runs around, it rolls in the thing, it plays with balls. Did you know horses can, like, play with toys? I didn't know that. That was the coolest thing I learned about a horse. I like the concept that horses can, like, enjoy playing with balls and stuff. So, yeah, horse people, what is that? Why do you like them so much? What is it about this animal that you're like, wow, this is the best animal. I love it forever. I mean, I could also just be blinded because I really like cats. Cats are cool, you know? They're smart. They're assholes. They don't bother you most of the time. And then when they do bother you, it's usually when you don't want them there. I feel a kinship to cats because this is basically my existence. I eat, I sleep, I go to the bathroom sometimes. And yeah, I usually want attention when it is not time for attention. And the rest of the time, I want to be left alone and to not have people talk to me. Please. So yeah, cats I feel a kinship to. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe horses are super awesome. Maybe there's some like secret magical shit about horses that I don't know. I've seen a few, I've rode a few, I've petted some, fed them food, and I'm like, I don't get it. They seem like cows. They're like dog cows. They're like if a cow and a dog had a baby, and that baby was really strong and could, like, pull a cart or something. Do we still make horses pull carts? Is that a thing? Maybe Amish people do that. Someone should let me know. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure there's more people I don't get, but these three, people who complain about paper straws, the people that have, like, intellectualism boners. Stop doing that. What is wrong with you? And horse people. I don't know. Continue loving your horses, riding them, whatever, barrel racing, whatever you want to do. But, like, I don't get it. I don't get you. I don't get why you like horses so much. Also, why is this like a girl thing? What is it with this like beautiful Appalachia stud magnet horse in a barn? Oh, so beautiful. He makes strong baby. Why? What is this to you? What do you enjoy out of this? Is it just like they go really fast? Because cars do that too, and they don't kick you. You know, you get a car, you go super fast, you get out of the car doesn't need anything else besides fuel. That's a whole relationship. This is good for me. I like that. Horse people, I don't know. You do your thing. So yeah, these are the three kinds of people I don't get. If you get them, let me know. If you don't, thank you. Thank you for making sense in my brain. I was going to say normal, but I don't know if I would be categorized as normal. So anyways, that is everything I had to say today. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.